Hi, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 3. Keeping away from strife is an honor for a man, but any fool will quarrel. You can learn a lot about a person by the battles he wages. Some people seem to live to stir up strife. They treat it like sport. For some, where two or three are gathered, it is the opportunity to start a quarrel or start a fight. Wake up another day to fight, another day to argue, another day to stir things up. Well, if you read Proverbs, such people are not commended. Such is our verse before us today. Our verse says, keeping away from strife is an honor. Believers are called to be peacemakers, not peace destroyers. Jesus said, blessed are the peacemakers. We're not called to go into the world looking for a fight, looking to stir up strife. Yes, we're in the world, we're going to have tribulation. Jesus promised us that. But we were not to go out into the world deliberately seeking to attract it. 1 John 3:1 says, see how great a love the Father has bestowed on us, that we should be called children of God. And such we are. And for this reason the world does not know us, because it did not know him. The world does not and cannot understand us. We are a mystery to them. We are infuriating to them. Our lifestyles, our beliefs are going to stir people up, create tension, and there's no way around that. And we cannot water down our message to eliminate the tension. And it may mean in some cases being willing to die for what we believe. But I think especially today we need to be careful about getting lured into arguments that really do nothing but stir up anger. People do not have ears to hear. They're just baiting us and trying to drag us and the gospel through the mud. The Pharisees despised Jesus. They hated him. They tried to trick him, mocked him. But we never see Jesus arguing with them or stirring up strife. But he would ask them questions, and the answers they gave would reveal the true nature of their hearts and make them even angrier. But their anger came from the sin in their hearts. It is an honor for a man to keep away from strife, to avoid it as much as possible. We may think it's a sign of spirituality to be always stirring things up, but we are told that it is an honor for a man to keep away from strife. We can argue or disagree with that if we want, but this is God's word, not mine. I think the second part of this verse explains why. Any fool can start a quarrel. Any fool can argue and loves to argue. Pigs love to roll around in the mud, people not so much. So do not cast your pearls before swine. If you engage a fool in quarreling, you are meeting them on their level. You are engaging in something they love to do. And we see this all the time on social media, ranting and raving. No one is listening to the other person. They're all wise in their own eyes. They're not really looking for answers, just desiring to see things stirred up. But remember, we've said this many times, truth does not have to quarrel. We can reason with people, but God has to open their eyes to the truth. Shouting never made the truth more believable, and shouting never made the truth unbelievable. As we've said many times, truth doesn't change. Truth doesn't need a consensus to be true. You either fall on the truth and be saved, or the truth will fall on you and you will be crushed. So keep your behavior excellent among the Gentiles, Peter said, so that in the thing in which they slander you as evildoers, they may be because of your good works, as they observe them, glorify God in the day of visitation. Let your life speak. Let your light shine. Actions speak louder than words sometimes. We need words, obviously, but they must be kind words, loving words, truthful words, well-chosen words, words that provoke thinking and rational thought. And yes, people, when they do not have the answers to the logical questions they are presented with, will spew forth their anger and scream and yell and seek to cancel us if they can. But our reaction is not to scream and yell back. It's to shake the dust off our feet and move on, to pray for them. The truth has been stated, the seeds have been sown, and now God's word just has to do the work in their heart and their mind. So walk away. Don't allow them to bait you into destroying your testimony. Remember, we are called to be peacemakers. As much as lies within us, we are to live peaceably with all men. Sometimes that won't be possible, but we are to go out into the world not as instigators, but as evangelists, disciple makers, preaching a message of grace, of peace, and reconciliation. Proverbs 17:14 says, the beginning of strife is like letting out water, so quit before the quarrel breaks out. Keeping away from strife is an honor for a man, but any fool will quarrel. May this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.